When Alex Perney hits the trail,
It's my time to reset.
he doesn't look back.
I love what's over that hill. How much farther can I go?
He rides for miles and miles, every chance he gets.
I have what I call an adventure bike.
It's a love that's plain to see,
This is me being married to my bicycles.
and a love shared by many in Kansas City.
You can't beat it. You can't beat the scenery.
A spokesperson for Bike Walk KC, Eric Bunch has ridden almost the entire width of Missouri.
I've ridden from Sedalia to St. Charles.
On the Katy Trail, the nation's longest bike path built on abandoned railroad tracks. It stretches from Clinton to St. Louis.
My wife and I actually did it for our honeymoon.
It turns out, Jackson County has its own abandoned railroad.
The last train ran in the late 70s.
Matt Davis is a project manager for the Rock Island Rail Corridor Authority.
There were railroad ties and railroad tracks going right up and down the middle of this corridor.
He met us where the train once ran under Bannister Road to show us one of Kansas City's hidden treasures, the Vale Tunnel.
It's 30 feet tall and it's 453 feet long.
The old train depot no longer stands here. For decades, the tracks have been overgrown with brush, forgotten.
We found evidence of campfires and beer cans and things like that, obviously some graffiti inside.
But after decades of wasting away in the shadows, the Vale Tunnel is about to start a new life, thanks to plans to build miles and miles of trail through the old Rock Island corridor.
Our goal is to rehabilitate the tunnel and get it to where it's almost new again.
The tunnel lies at the heart of 14 miles of new trail construction, parts of which will be completed later this year. Although Perney wanted to try out his bike on the unfinished stretch we visited.
I can't wait for the trail to be open.
The completed trail will stretch from Kauffman Stadium all the way to Lee's Summit. Eventually, other city and county projects will connect it to the plaza to the north and the Katy Trail to the south.
In the not so distant future, someone's going to be able to hop on a bike down on the plaza and ride, hit the Rock Island Trail and go all the way to the Katy, all the way to St. Louis if they wish.
More than 300 miles of virtually uninterrupted pedaling, the only path of its kind in the country.
But it also increases community and it increases public health.
Bunch says the Katy Trail has brought millions of dollars to rural communities on the route.
Imagine what a similar trail that's basically in an urban environment is going to have.
Some businesses already are.
The trail is going to come from down here, and it'll come right in front of our brewery.
Chris Myers owns Crane Brewing Company in Raytown.
I hope we can become a destination. People know that they can stop and take a rest. This is a nice little mile marker for them as they're going down the trail.
When it comes to rails to trails, Perney is excited for another reason, his day job.
I'm a conductor for BNSF Railroad.
What once transported coal and freight
Carried all of the stuff that made this country great.
will soon carry his bike.
Go give it a shot.
He hopes you'll join him for the ride.
You won't regret it.
In Kansas City, Nathan Vickers, KCTV 5 News.